Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the Lorain County Board of Commissioners meeting of June 16th, 2021. This meeting will now come to order. We will rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our inspirational word for the day comes from Matthew. Jesus said, "A man's heart determines his speech."
Thank you, Commissioner Lundy. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Lundy.
I'm here.
Okay, we'll begin with A, presentation. The Lorain County Solid Waste Management District held its annual calendar contest this year and received 1,725 entries. Brandy Schnell, our Community Outreach Coordinator, will be showing us the 13 winning entries and introducing the students who were able to attend the meeting tonight with their families. You have the floor, Ms. Schnell.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good evening. We have 8 of our 13 winners here with us today, so that's pretty great.
Dave, Mr. O'Brien, you come on.
So what I'm going, like we said, we had 1,725 entries. That's the most entries we've had in several years. We weren't able to do the contest last year, so we were very excited to be able to pick it back up and do it again this year. And we had a great turnout. So it was very difficult to get it down to just 13 winners, but we managed to do that. So I'm going to go through the winners, and I will I'll announce everyone's name, show their picture, and then after I go through everyone, we will call up those students who were able to make it here today so that they can get a picture.
You may have a late addition.
Okay, absolutely. I will make sure I get that back there to her. So let's go through these amazing pictures. So this is going to be our 2022 calendar cover, and our winner was Dennis Temes, 7th grader from Avon Middle School.
Are you here, Dennis?
I don't think he's here.
No? Okay.
For January, our artist was Adam Ybarra, a 2nd grader from Larkmore Elementary School. I don't believe Adam was able to make it tonight either. February's artwork was Madeline O'Malley, a kindergartner from the North Ridgeville Early Childhood Learning Center.
We're 0 for 3.
She's here, but we're gonna
she's
call them. We'll call them all up at the. I will call those up at the end. I want to go through the pictures if I could. Oh goodness, I probably should have asked Leah how to say her last name correctly. Waskowitz, Leah Waskowitz, 5th grader from Holy Trinity School. Thank you for saving me. Our April artist is Alex Humphrey, a 4th grader at St. Jude School. May was Aaron Till, an 8th grader from Avon Middle School. June. Bentley Reynolds, a 3rd grader from Westwood Elementary School.
We liked this one, Bentley.
July, Sadie Vanderbosch, a 5th grader from Troy Intermediate School. August, Margaret Modalewski, 5th grader, Troy Intermediate School. September, Ella Graham, a 6th grader from Heritage Elementary School. October was McKenna Mitchell, 4th grader from Nord Middle School. November, Sophia Norman, 7th grade from Avon Middle School. And December was Mackenzie Kalin, a 7th grader from Amherst Junior High School. So again, we want to thank all the teachers who participated and allowed their students to do so, and all those students who submitted entries. So thank you and congratulations to all of our winners. So now, because we know this is a pretty big deal for you all to be here, we are going to have the commissioners come down, and we'll have you come up one at a time and get a picture with the commissioners, because they're our local celebrities. And then we'll have you stand off to the side so that we can get one group picture at the end, okay? So I know that Dennis was not here. Yes. And who was my student that came in at
Yeah, they got 'em.
at the end?
Mm-hmm,
Aaron, say it again?
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a $25, I think.
Oh, the gift, they got $50. $50. Okay, our January artist is also not here. So we will invite up our February artist, Madeline. Come on up, honey. If you guys want to take any pictures, you're more than welcome to. Come on up here.
Congratulations.
Oh.
I feel so tall right now.
Scoop, there you go.
There you go. You want to hold up your picture?
have a better smile if
Yeah, you guys wanna go in here. Perfect. There you go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
All
open
the
your
winners
thing.
can stand up to the side, and then we'll push them all back in at the end.
Yeah, there you go.
She's so cute. North Ridgeville Early Childhood Learning Center. Good job. All right,
job.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, honey, just stand over here to the side. We're going to do a group picture at the very end. Now we'd like to invite up Leah.
Whatever you guys wanna do.
there you go. She knows the
There you
routine.
go.
Thanks. Come on, stand over here to the side. Thanks, Leah. Leah, honey, you want to come stand over here with me? Alex Humphrey from St. Jude School, fourth grader, if you want to come on up and get your picture. There you are, right there in the front.
No, we both are taking them. Put a little X on the carpet for you.
Is there an X on the floor? Is there an X on the floor? An X on the floor.
All right, congratulations, Alex.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Till, eighth grader from Avon Middle School.
That one here.
Congratulations, Aaron. X on the carpet.
I think it's a Visa card. I think so.
Not at all.
Congratulations, Aaron. Next up is Bentley Reynolds, a third grader from Westwood Elementary School. That's in Wellington.
Good, don't be trashy. Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, no, hold that up.
What, this? It's actually a check. It's a straight up check that we have written from the Port Authority, $50. Okay. Well, it's. Congratulations. $50 checks for each kid instead of doing it.
Joe Ford, that's what it was, a Joe Ford.
Next up is Sadie Vanderbosch, fifth grader from Troy Intermediate School. Dad is in Avon Lake, right?
Where I went to junior high.
Our little guy was just outside.
Congratulations. Margaret. Fifth grader from Troy Intermediate School. Hopefully I didn't say your name too wrong at the... Did I say it good? Did I do a good job?
His imaginary X right there.
If I could do one more, only because I'm that tall.
Thank you. I don't believe Ella is here unless she came in after. I don't think so. Okay. McKenna Mitchell, come on up. Fourth grader, Nord Middle School. That's in Amherst.
Right there in the junior X.
They're in the new Nord, not the old Nord. That opens up, there you go.
Fantastic. Congratulations, McKenna. Sophia, I don't believe is here.
I like that one.
Okay.
That's cute. Yeah.
And Mackenzie. Come on down. Seventh grader from Amherst Junior High School.
You can hold up the picture there. You'll know why you're in the picture 20 years from now.
Okay.
You know all that fencing around the junior high? You know, all that fencing? That was all solid waste money. That was 20 years ago I did that. That was all recycling. All that fencing was all from solid waste. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Mackenzie, don't go far. Okay, so that is everyone. So I'd like to have all of the students just come right back on up here and get a picture.
Brandy, if you could direct the lining up of the heights.
Come on, guys. You want them in order?
Well, no, we want the heights. So
Oh.
maybe the tall ones.
Okay, come on.
The
You
short
sit
ones
in the
are probably
back. You will be up front, my
Oh,
dear.
yeah, just open up your pictures and we get a picture taken.
Stand right over here.
Real
Okay,
tight for
just
this.
in there. You will probably be like right here is good.
You play track or something?
Okay, sorry. Right over here.
Hey, Michelle, I think you guys want to behind.
What?
You and Dave should get behind.
Okay, yeah, we'll get behind them. What a good idea. Because we're taller.
There you go, right there. There you go.
Nice and tight, everybody. All right.
Okay,
You guys in the floor.
Smidge,
Hold on, good.
Get tight.
There you go.
act like we like each other.
I have this post.
You want to stand on a chair, John?
Madeline, put your picture down.
Oh, your pictures,
There you go.
Smiles, I gotta see your pretty smiles.
That is a great picture, you guys.
Over.
Keep the picture, make sure all the parents get it.
Pretty cool, 1,700 people, you guys are the winners. Why have you guys buy lottery tickets for?
All right, I think we got all the pictures up.
Parents good.
All right, thank you all so much. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you.
You get the announcement, you'll put it on Facebook.
Cleveland's was here, we'd still be talking.
Okay.
They still, but you're right, they actually had a check in the board.
Oh, did they?
I forgot to mention that each student was getting $50, a $50 check, and the pictures will be up on our Facebook page tomorrow.
Wonderful, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
And if you look at our YouTube site, you'll be able to see this on YouTube tonight.
Yeah, if
so.
you YouTube Lorain County Commissioners.
Cool. Boy, we thought they were here to watch our meeting.
Thanks.
Long day, I'm sure.
All I can say is, hi, Ethelyn, it's
Hi,
nice to
Ethelyn.
see you.
Thanks for being our support. And we'll be between.
Yes, we can do a picture.
We know Dave's here not by choice. He's here by force. So.
We got you in here, Dave. We gotta get him,
maybe
we gotta get him a
Elizabeth just-
desk.
I thought we had a
next
table
time.
for him. We're supposed to get a table.
We were
I thought
supposed, we forgot.
to.
We gotta get,
I'll put that work order in with Dan tomorrow.
I don't know. Yesterday's article is nice. I say we get him a table. Then if he comes in, there's no table, we know how we feel about him. See, that's how we do that. See.
oh, boy.
And Doyle stayed, so she just must be here.
Well, I had
Be here.
family, we
So.
had pictures on the wall. You know what place you were in at home when you went home and your photo was on the bottom. So. Are we live? Are we still on?
Yeah, we're live.
Yes, we're live.
All right, commissioners, are we ready to move on with B resolutions?
Number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments, none, requisitions.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, the next item of business is number 8. I move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? I will note that the county administrator met with each of us separately today to review the personnel summary sheet, and we have no other executive business to discuss. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Next item of business is number 9. I move to approve and waive the meeting minutes of May 26th, June 1st, June 2nd, and June 9th, 2021.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, and the next item of business is number 10. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution into the record.
Amend Resolution 21-269, adopted April 21st, 2021, applying for a surety bond through Corsa, the financial responsibility for underground storage tanks. Amendment is to delete the 3 tanks at the engineer's office. They were removed on March 31st, 2021.
Okay, move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, the next item of business is number 11.
Authorize county administrator to issue notification of the creation of tax increment financing district in Amherst Township to the respective school districts pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 5709.83.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
The next item of business is number 12. At this time, I move to table.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to Children and Family Council, the next item of business is number 13. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution into the record.
Amend Resolution 21-367, adopted June 2nd, 2021, approving and entering a contract with Bellafair JCP for the purchase of services for fiscal year 2021 and 2022. Said amendment to increase the term of contract effective May 10th, 2021 through December 31st, 2021, to be paid from the contract services account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? As many of you know, we have an interim director, and as the candidate search is now underway for the replacement of the former director, he's retired. The interim director had a miscalculation on the dates on the original resolution, so with this, we're rectifying the date error. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, Crime Lab, next item of business is number 14.
Approve and enter an agreement with the Ohio Attorney General for National Web Check Program Services and Equipment through the Bureau of Criminal Investigation for Lorain County Crime Lab, effective June 16, 2021 through June 15, 2024, to be paid from the contract services account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board?
Do we have anyone who wants to speak on this, or no?
Okay.
I thought maybe we were gonna talk about the millage coming up. Okay. Another time? Okay.
Just for the record, that was our Crime Lab director. She just came to see us tonight. Thanks for coming. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to Job and Family Services, the next item of business is number 15. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution into the record.
Authorized purchase of service agreement with County Commissioners Association of Ohio Service Corporation and the Ohio CSEA Directors Association to provide fraud investigation and location services from West A. Thomason Reuters Business, St. Paul, Minnesota, in the amount of $2,848.44 to be paid from the child support account effective retroactive June 1st, 2021 through May 31st, 2023.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Hey, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, and moving on to Stormwater, the next item of business is number 16.
Award contract to Dennis Concrete, Wellington, in the amount of $48,102 for the Parsons Road Culvert 0219, Carlisle Township, as part of the county Stormwater Community Grant Program. 4 bids were received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications, and will be paid from the Stormwater account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board?
Yeah, it's nice to see a local company get a bid here, so.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to the Office of the Engineer. The next item of business is number 17. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution into the record.
Amend Resolution 21-203, adopted March 24, 2021, awarding and entering a contract with Eagle Tree, Lorain, Ohio, in the amount of $79,375 for the 2021 routine off-road ditch maintenance service. Said amendment is to simplify the accounting and allow for each ditch fund to be addressed and paid separately. Ditch accounts will be charged accordingly until depleted, at which time the Stormwater Advisory Committee will be invoiced.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Moving on to the Office of the Treasurer. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution into the record.
Advertise notice of applications under Uniform Depository Act from any financial institution legally eligible which may desire to submit a written application to become a public depository of public funds of Lorain County as provided by the Uniform Depository Act, Section 135.33 of the Ohio Revised Code. Highest amount of active monies which may be on deposit at any given time during the contract period of August 23, 2021 through August 22, 2025 will not exceed $300 million. Published notice in the Chronicle and the Journal on July 2nd and 9th and open at 2 p.m. on July 16th.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Moore. Any discussion from the board? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Aye.
Okay. We're moving on to C, lobby session. Welcome to the lobby portion of our meeting. In order to speak on the topic of your choice, you will have had to fill out a slip and turn it into the clerk. Madam Clerk, do we have anybody that would like to speak tonight?
I do not.
Okay, moving on to reports. D, County Administrator, Mr. Tom Williams.
Good evening, Commissioners. Commissioner, you forgot your toy.
No. You're lucky the camera's on me. I'd be throwing some of this.
No, the Children and Family Council, I want to let you know, we are doing the interviews for the replacement of the director. Our HR department has been leading this, but working with some members of the council. And as reported before, Children and Family Council will actually become going over to Children's Services next year, so they will become the agency of record. Actually makes a little bit more sense to have them dealing with that group instead of the Board of Commissioners. So I appreciate Children's Services stepping up in order to take over that role. But in the meantime, we'll be the record until July 1st of 2022, and hopefully we'll have a new director picked out in the next 2 weeks. Some other positive news, we're working with the Office on Aging. We're going to be looking at doing a move for them, hopefully by the end of the year. Currently, they're housed in one of our buildings over at Gateway. Facility's in bad shape. It's an old school. And we're going to be looking at moving them into the solid waste area. There's room there. And the nice thing about this is when solid waste is not using the building for the recycled materials, the seniors will be able to go through and actually get their food donations through that same drive-through. So it's going to be a big help, not only for our employees, but also for the seniors that utilize that service. And that's the end of my report, so thank you.
And Mr. Administrator, I
Yes.
understand the Office of Aging folks are very excited about this move.
Well, you saw it firsthand today when we did a tour of the facility. They're very excited about it, and like I said, it's going to be a good move. It's going to be on one floor. It's going to make getting the food in and out as far as donations so much easier. Right now, we have an elevator. We put a lot of time and money into fixing that. It is a county building, and we'll be able to get it to one floor. So again, just all around is going to be beneficial for the county, but more importantly, it's going to be beneficial for the seniors that utilize the Office on Aging.
Thank you. Thank you for that
Again,
news.
hope to have that done, completed by the end of the year. All right, any other questions?
Thank you. Gentlemen?
No, thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Moving on to Assistant County Prosecutor, Mr. Chris Pianowski.
No report.
Okay, moving on to Commissioners' reports. Are you guys okay if I go first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. At last week's meeting, while the board business seemed to go quickly, our commissioners' reports were a little bit longer than usual. And one of the items on last week's requisitions I didn't get to mention was the Ohio State University extension as part of the College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences funding in our 2021 budget. The extension has long been supported by the Board of Commissioners in their mission of improving the quality of life for Lorain Countyans. Their youth environmental education program inspires our youth to be good stewards of the world they live in. They do this through 4-H youth development. The extension also works with local farmers, producers, and homeowners by providing workshops, clinics, and demonstrations. One recent collaborative success is the McConnell Farm on Route 58. This is a farm-to-table market. McConnell's had an idea and approached OSU Extension. Through this contact, introductions were made, and the Community Development Office and Small Business Administration became involved. And this amazing marketplace exists today in part of the work of the Ohio State University Extension, and now provides local farm products directly to local residents. By providing the additional funds for 2021, our youth will have greater opportunities to be exposed to experiences that cultivate critical thinking and problem-solving skills. This investment will broaden the future workforce, providing skills that match job openings and resulting in an improved quality of life for those involved with the Ohio State University Extension here in Lorain County. I'd like to recognize a few of the folks for all the work they do and the effort that they perform daily to effectively run these programs for our residents. Of course, first and foremost, the wonderful Kyle White, the area leader for Lorain, Medina, and Summit County. You've just been a pleasure to work with and collaborate with, and you bring such a joy and enthusiasm to the program, so thank you, Kyle. And I'd like to recognize Sally Hennessy, the 4-H STEM program assistant, who has brought great excitement about science, engineering, technology, and math to many youths across Lorain County. Jackie Baca, 4-H educator, and Julie Mackey, 4-H program assistant, who works with Sally in bringing the 4s of 4-H, which is head, heart, hands, and health, to our youth. Fantastic job, thank you. And I did have a chance to speak to Kyle White, and she and I spoke about extending our gratitude and appreciation to the Community Foundation of Lorain County and the Nordson Foundation for their ongoing support of STEM initiatives. Kyle and I also want to recognize Ann Shannon, the agriculture and natural resources educator who will be teaching more about agriculture and national resources to 4-H youth, including gardening as a part of the STEM initiative. I've had the chance to work with Ann on a couple of occasions, and she is truly passionate about her work. Okay, next topic. I received correspondence from the Women's Suffrage Centennial Commission with the request to engage and encourage Lorain County to help commemorate suffrage and highlight local leaders. The women's suffrage movement was a decades-long fight to win the right to vote for women in the United States. On August 18, 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified, declaring for the first time that women, like men, have all the rights and responsibilities of citizenship. A goal of the Women's Suffrage Centennial Commission is to have a monument placed in the Ohio State House grounds to commemorate the fight for women's suffrage. To raise awareness, the commission is working with the Ohio History Connection to create posters that are a miniature versions of the Ohio History Connection traveling suffrage display. They've requested my office with the task of collecting locations for the posters. So my administrative assistant has a list going already, and if you have a location that you would like a poster, please call into my office, and my assistant can place you on the list to receive a poster for display. But make sure you call within the next week, as we do have to report back a total number that we need for Lorain County. Okay, and on committee meetings, commission meetings, I'd also like to report that yesterday our 911 Review Board Commission meeting took place. We updated our commission members on the status of the Locution Fire Alerting Project. I can report the project is back on schedule, and we would like to thank Russ Scarborough at our County 911 for the work he has done, completing the tasks that the locution team needed to catch up on the project, which incidentally was behind significantly at the beginning of this year. I would also like to thank our 911 Director, Harry Williamson, for his work getting this project back on track for hopefully a fall completion. Also in the meeting, Director Williamson reviewed one of the items we had on our board business within the past month, which was adding 4 consoles to our 911 center as we prepare for hiring more dispatchers and continuing to provide excellent 911 services for our residents in Lorain County. I'd like to thank all of the police and fire representation that have been attending the meetings and engaging with us and working together to deliver an outstanding County 911 for our residents. Chief Betza in Avon Lake also shared with us regarding a recent structure fire and the dispatchers involved. He wanted to let us know about the outstanding job that 911 communications dispatchers Samantha Thompson and Greg Bird did while working with the first responders and the public on a structure fire at 176 Ashwood Drive, Avon Lake. It's always nice to hear good feedback, and I would like to acknowledge Samantha and Greg for a job well done. Thank you to you both. And I also want to mention that the commissioners are keeping an eye on the city radio system project for the firefighters in Avon Lake, Avon, North Ridgeville, Sheffield, and Sheffield Lake. We did receive a report on the progress, and the cities are getting their contracts to their city councils for approval. The new radio system they plan to implement is moving along, and we appreciate the mayors keeping us in the loop here at the county. And that concludes my report. Commissioner Lundy, do you have anything this evening?
Sure. First, I want to thank everyone in the community who came out to support the fundraiser for Antonio Barrios. He is director of Lorain Leary Arts Council, and I'm sure if you've been at community events and you see somebody with a camera snapping all kinds of great photos, that's Antonio. Just a good individual with a good heart. He's been battling cancer. A huge turnout there at St. Lad's. I saw Chris Panowski over there standing in the food line the other day. I never got over to say hi. I was still in the ticket line, but nice turnout there. And the food was very good as well, too. We had the Budget Commission meeting. That took place this week as well, too, and I can report to you sales tax is still running very strong. Year-to-date, year-to-year, we're ahead by 9.3%. Interest, we are way down, I think as anybody knows, down by 67% in the interest category. But overall, we're running about 6.4% ahead of the previous year. Also was asked to say a few words at a social justice series that's being held at the UCC Church in Avon Lake. The church is like right behind my home over there, and I was getting ready to walk over there, and all of a sudden the skies opened up and rained, but still made it over there. I thought maybe the rain was going to hold back the crowd, but they had a very good turnout for that. It's a very, very active church in the community. They do a lot of good work around social justice issues. Also had a meeting with our new Mars director, Michael Dowd. Certainly looking forward to working with him. He's a gentleman originally from Lorain County, did a lot of work in Cuyahoga County. I think a great catch for the Mars Board, and I think he'll be doing really good work. Today at noon, had the opportunity to be over at the Ariel Hotel and see the Community Foundation annual meeting, Luncheon, which took place with Cindy Andrews, recognizing those in the community who are doing a lot of great work and all the great assistance and funding they're receiving from the Community Foundation. Also ran over to Avon Lake for a quick groundbreaking there with Hinckley Lighting. I believe that's a company that used to be in Lakewood. They made their way out to Avon Lake. They're going to be expanding even more over there on Pin Oak Parkway. When I was on council, we talked about putting Pin Oak Parkway in. It took a little bit of time for it to catch root, but it's been growing, and that was a very nice event there. Just want to congratulate Mayor Zilka, Ted Esborn, Economic Development. Rob Duncan was there, said a few words on behalf of the board, and also our workforce development is working closely with them. And then prior to tonight's meeting, I got my yearly sugar buzz by going over to the Elyria Kiwanis Strawberry Social. I thought it was going to be a sit-down, so I walked into the cafeteria. No one was there. It was actually a drive-through this year. So I picked up my ice cream and some strawberries and brought it back here to the office. So if I'm bouncing off the walls, that's the reason why. And that completes my report.
All right. Commissioner Moore, do you have a report tonight?
Sure, just a little bit. Talking to business leaders, the biggest problem they're having is hiring right now. There's hundreds of jobs that are pretty decent paying. So we met out today with a company out of Lorain, and I feel like our job as elected officials is really bringing our people together. Rob Duncan, Jim Miller from our Lorain County Port, and Thomas Patrick went with me to meet with a company called Skylift in Lorain. It's probably one of the best kept secrets in our county. They are known nationally for the quality of work that they do. And it kind of looks like we might be able to team up with City of Lorain and Mayor Bradley's team to help this company expand and keep them here in Lorain County. So that's kind of the key here, is keep them here. And it was a very good 2-hour meeting today. So a lot of positive things are about to happen. I am hoping with the state of Ohio no longer accepting by the end of this month the extra money from the federal government, that employees, or I should say, business owners will no longer have to compete with the government to hire employees. I am getting calls from all over asking for help. How do we hire people? And right now, it's like not only the government, but Cedar Point did a big drain on really the western part of our county and most of Erie County when they upped everybody's pay for the summer. But people don't realize there's a lot of good companies out there that are paying benefits. And some people might be paying a higher hourly rate, but you have to look at the benefits. If they're not giving you benefits and you get hurt, there's nothing worse than having a visit to the hospital, as most people know. I also was at the Community Foundation of Lorain County, their 40th year. It was a fantastic event at the Ariel, and I got the right seat so I could look out over the lake. There isn't a bad view in that hotel. Got to meet the owner, talk to her for a little bit. She did a fantastic job on that hotel. It's great views, and it was pretty good food that was provided by the JVS, and a lot of people that were involved in this annual meeting today actually are benefits from the foundation. You know, people in some of these urban areas that needed a helping hand up, and in these groups, we're all recognizing those individuals in these communities, and it was a really great event. And I'm glad I got an invite and got to attend and see some old friends. So I believe that's it for my report. I believe someone wants to go to a baseball game tonight, so I'll keep it shorter.
Who wants to go to a baseball game?
Yeah, they don't throw out the opening pitch till I get there, so.
Okay. So,
Oh,
are you getting that honor tonight?
No, no.
Oh, with the Crushers, though. Yeah. I guess he's a Crushers fan, are you?
A season ticket holder.
Oh, are you?
What time does it start, Commissioner?
7 o'clock.
The Crushers? So is there how many tickets? Enough for all three of us to go together?
Yeah, right.
I'm waiting for O'Brien to go, illegal meeting.
Okay. Well,
You can
we-
go with
we
us,
can,
Dave. How's that?
We can actually wrap this up pretty quickly at this point. The next item of business is G, our clerk's report.
I
Madam
have nothing.
Madam Clerk, do you have a report?
I do not.
Do not. Okay, so our next item of business is H, board correspondence. I move to waive the reading of the board correspondence due to the fact that it is long.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung and seconded by Moore. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy.
Meeting announcements. Our next regularly scheduled board meeting is Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021 at 6 p.m. Is there any further business? Since there's no further business, this meeting is adjourned.